Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. It just came out. Baker Mayfield had his first press conference as a Carolina Panther. It's kind of exciting to hear Baker talk finally about what happened in Cleveland, how he kind of got through everything, and what some of the reasons why he took less money was, and how he was shocked that they let him go. I don't really know if he was truly shocked based on the fact that not often does a quarterback of Deshaun Watson's caliber come available in the NFL. Not all quarterbacks have the same baggage Deshaun has, but also not the same talent Deshaun has. So the fact that Baker kind of struggled last year, um, played injured, played through the shoulder injury, and he tried to make it work, but they lost, and a lot of their guys are on different teams, and they kind of did a little revamp on offense a little bit. Baker was the one to go. He was gone. He took $3.5 million less to go to Carolina. Carolina's not as good of a team at all. They don't have the same kind of offensive line. They don't have the same kind of weapons on the outside. Definitely don't have the same defense. So for Baker, he's got a lot less to work with, and now he's got a whole new team to learn again. Should be easy for him. I think he had like 4 different head coaches and a bunch of different offensive coordinators and everything. So he should be able to transition pretty well. I just think that the fact that now the Panthers have Baker and Darnold, the first and the third pick a few years ago. That's just, who would have thought? Both guys on different teams, and they were drafted to, and both trying to be that starting quarterback now for a new team. I look at the Panthers squad. Offensive line wise, you're kind of always going to be okay. You're going to have time to throw it. It's just, who are you throwing it to? Can they get open? Robbie Anderson's probably the best receiver the Panthers have. DJ Moore is really good. He's had some big games, but he hasn't had the consistency or the longevity in his career that Robbie Anderson's had. I'm not really sure who else they have that'll make a contribution. Keith Kirkwood, fourth-year player out of Temple. He's the guy that could step up. Otherwise, I don't think there's anybody. They're gonna struggle to get the ball, pass the ball. I know Brandon Zylstra. Last year, he's been in the league for 5 years. He can do something on the outside. So they got some pieces, but not like the names you've probably heard of. Nobody that's really in the mix for doing anything substantial this year. It's going to be tough for Baker. I know they have Chuba Hubbard and Christian McCaffrey. Both those guys are going to play big roles this year in trying to help Baker develop as a quarterback. And that's to say, if Baker even beats out Sam Darnold, which I don't know if he's going to be able to even beat Darnold out for the job. I always kind of liked Darnold. I thought he got kind of the short end of the stick and having to go to the Jets. But I saw just some highlights in college. I didn't watch him a whole lot. So it seems like his game hasn't translated to the NFL like it should have. He doesn't really make the plays. He doesn't have the arm. He's way more athletic than people think. He has a lot more rush touchdowns than I ever thought he would. But he's got to be able to throw the ball. So Baker should win the job. I want to say right now that I think he will win the job. Baker's just had more success in the league already. He's more prepared, more ready to go. The only thing Darnold has is a little more experience in the system and more experience with the receivers, so it'll be Baker's job to really come in and take over that starting quarterback role. I think he will, though. Like I said, though, who's he going to even throw to? That's the question. I saw some stuff about Robbie Anderson supporting Sam Darnold and saying that they didn't want Baker, and then after the Baker trade saying, well, yeah, I support Baker now, but he just was basically saying, I support whoever my quarterback is, I just want to be a good teammate. So he was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. He had to kind of just say what was politically correct at the time, and whoever his quarterback was, he was supporting. So now he kind of has to support both of those guys, and he just has to go out there and play. He's really the veteran wide receiver on this team. He's the one with the most experience, and he's going to be the guy that has to really step up. DJ Moore is going into his 5th year. It's time for him to have a breakout season, like a really solid breakout season. He's just kind of had a lot of ups and downs over the last few years. I know he had different quarterbacks with Cam and Darnold, and it's hard to get in the rhythm when you have different quarterbacks playing for you. So him and Anderson stepping up are going to be the keys. Obviously, they still have Terrence Marshall Jr. from last year out of LSU. It's going to be his 2nd year. Time for him to step out big. I don't know if he just struggled because of the quarterback situation. I know there was a game where Cam completed 5 passes out of like 20 attempts or something last year. It's hard for your receivers to ever get in a rhythm, get going when your quarterback's only completing 5 passes all game. They did pick up Rashard Higgins from the Cleveland Browns. He is 7th-year receiver, so he's got some experience. He's got some talent. I do like him. He should be all right. We'll see how he does. It's kind of funny that they got the Browns guy and they have Baker now. So maybe those two guys will really stick together and pick up where they left off. Because I remember Baker really kind of liked Higgins, throwing to Higgins. It was more of get it to Higgins instead of OBJ even, So we'll see. Maybe Baker and Higgins will have bounce back seasons. Baker is number 6. We all know he's number 6. When he was a walk-on in college, they kind of just gave him number 6. Like, here, this is the last number we got for you. Here you go. And so now he wears number 6, and he wants to have 6 on his back because it was like, okay, it always reminds him of, well, this is just the last number we got, so this is what you get, walk-on. So he went to the Panthers, and P.J. Walker had number 6. So when Johnny Hekker, the punter from the Rams, went over there, he wanted number 6, so he bought it from P.J. Walker, who's just the 3rd-string, quarterback who played in the XFL even. So Johnny Hekker got the number 6, and then when Baker just got there, he had to pay Hekker for the number 6 because he wants to be the one wearing it, obviously, because of what it means to him as kind of always being the other underdog. And just how he felt when teams kind of just overlooked him and just gave him the last number available. So that's the number he wants, and it's kind of funny that now he had to pay a punter to get it, but they got that all worked out. So Baker will be wearing number 6. He should be starting for the Carolina Panthers this season. That means Sam Darnold will be an expensive backup. It's, Baker Mayfield already makes decent money, and Darnold's going to be getting paid just like about the same. They're going to be making equal money pretty much. I think Baker makes a little bit more. I think this year Darnold makes he averages like $7.5 million, but not sure what he makes this year exactly. I think it's like 9 or 10, and I think that's about what Baker makes. So it's really going to be a toss-up. Just up, whoever wins. It's whoever wins the job, and money's not going to be the catalyst for why one guy wins or doesn't. And I really don't like that, though, because I heard Taylor Heineke say, I think Carson Wentz is going to win the job just because he's getting paid more, when I really don't think that matters. I think coaches just want to win, and whoever comes out and plays best will get the job. I always revert back to when Russell Wilson was a rookie, 3rd-round pick out of Wisconsin, and he goes in after the Seahawks just paid Matt Flynn a boatload of money to be their quarterback, and then, yeah, they during practice, during preseason, Russell Wilson came out and balled out, was able to win the job, and Matt Flynn, after that, he basically backed him up, and then ended up in Oakland, and then back in Green Bay, and then kind of around or whatever. So just goes to show that it's not about money. You just got to go out there and perform. So I didn't like hearing that from Heineke, but when it comes to Carolina, those two guys, Darnold and Baker, will have equal shot to win the quarterback job, and it's just up to each of them to perform. Both in their fifth year. Darnold's 6'3", Baker's much shorter, like 6'1", 6 foot or so. So it's gonna be interesting to see whose game translates best, who the Panthers like the most. Yeah, he's 6'1", so I'm excited to see who wins that quarterback job. It's gonna be really interesting. So something to look forward to in camp. Camp's about 2 weeks away, and I can't wait. So thanks for checking out the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps. And follow me on Twitter, Q_knowisball. Thanks again. See you in the next video. Peace.